All
right.
All right.
Watch the orange light.
All right, thank you. It looks red to me, but, okay, it is 5:30 PM on Thursday, November 10th, 2022. I'm calling this regular town board meeting to order. Mike Anderson. Here. Amy Baxter.
Here.
Susan Brown.
Here.
John Carlson.
Here.
John Carlson here. We also have our town clerk, Michaela Martin, our town administrator, Matt Gupta, and other guests. We will start with public comment. Is there any public comment? Okay. Item 2, administrative reports. First one is town administrator report. Is there any questions or comments? Michael?
Did we get that contract?
Oh, the great.
No, we are waiting, I mean, it's on the agenda, but we are waiting to hear from our town attorney on whether the short answer is, the vendor is a sole proprietor and therefore under state statute does not need workers' compensation. Our standard contract requires us to have workers' compensation from our contractors, and so I'm waiting from our town attorney to give us an opinion as to whether we can enter that contract or not. And as often the case, we have not gotten an answer yet.
Okay.
Any other questions or comments from Michael?
That's on the agenda, though.
Sorry.
It's all right, now it's an answer, part of the agenda.
Yeah. Okay, Public Works Director report. Questions or comments? MERS Supervisors report, and we're going to be hearing from him later on the agenda. Nothing on the MERS Supervisors report. Airport Managers report. Planning and Zoning Administrators report. Accounting Administrators report. I don't think I got one. I did. I did, I guess.
It's hard when we're getting budget meeting papers and
Yeah.
regular meeting papers. Yeah.
Thank you. Any on the Equipment Administrators report? Police Chief's report? Fire Chief's report?
We didn't get one.
I didn't get one. I didn't get one. Okay. Ambulance Director's report? Is there unanimous consent to place these on file?
Yes.
Okay, moving on, 3, roads and dock under Public Works. Anything under Parks? B. Item C, MERV, the 2022 Recycling Excellence Award for overall program. Marty Curry, thank you very much. And would you care to come up and say a few words about?
Can I stay seated and say a few words?
You won't be seen by the camera.
Do you want to be seen with the camera?
Yeah.
Okay, it's up to you.
So the MERV 2022 Recycling Excellence Award we got for the overall program, which is a well-rounded program working to keep material out of the waste stream. It is a self-nominating thing, like you have to shamelessly self-promote yourself, and as you know, I'm shameless, and I'm proud to do it because I think it does very well for highlighting our really unique partnership with St. John's, with the recycling program, with how everything's sort of coming together and how we're changing things little by little and getting with good success. So the question is, how do we end up topping this for next year? And we've already started, of course, when you went back to recycling. It has already started with the recycling education component, which the DNR looks very favorably upon. How do you educate people with recycling information and knowledge? I'm excited to do it. I'm glad it's a group effort. It's an interdepartmental accomplishment, both from the roads and from the MERV as well. And there we go.
Well, I hear your Halloween was a big hit.
It was exciting. Yeah, it was very exciting. I enjoyed doing it. I enjoy doing what I do, being Dr. Recycling. Dr. Recycling may make some appearances between now and next Halloween as well. Maybe other
We should do the parade.
Yeah, I mean, we could. I mean, we're talking how do we end up promoting our goal for recycling at the 4th of July, right? Recycling float, doing things like unique crafts like making wearables out of recycled paper and cardboard, like just things that are, kind of, in keeping with island tradition and spirit. So it's exciting. I'm grateful to do it, and I love doing it. Next year, one of the things that I'm very interested in doing is how do we divert more large items out of the waste stream, in particular appliances that still work. We have a lot of them come in. We have couches and stuff like that, and one of the things that I'm potentially looking at is the old exchange can be sort of an addition onto the island closet program that will handle only large things. Because we have quite a bit of people who bring stuff in.
You mean the big metal building?
The little metal building. So if you're looking at the island closet to the right, the old exchange.
Oh, okay,
Yeah, the little one. And it's enough, so that we're not gonna overload ourselves, but we do have quite a few people bringing in beautiful couches, and
Yeah.
beautiful, I was just gonna throw this dresser away. I'm like, no, you're not, you put it over here and see if somebody wants this.
Yeah, that's true.
So that's how we keep, advancing our goal of keeping stuff out of the waste stream and helping to house and furnish island houses.
Thank you, Marty.
Well,
Congratulations.
Thank you.
And we're looking forward to your self-nomination next year. Well,
I will shamelessly self-promote all of you and all of us. You're going down with me.
there you go. Thank you. Okay, moving on. Committees, comprehensive plan. Oh, I already crossed that off the agenda. Okay, contract with Gary Beeksma. I guess we're looking for that to be tabled.
Yes,
I'll make a motion, we table the contract.
I'll second.
If I made one thing on there, this is a really good direction, again, with what we were just talking about. Right now, we are paying to get rid of our refrigerators. Even though the scrap metal market is absolutely horrible, we would not be losing money this fast if we were selling for scrap metal. So being able to get the refrigerants out of both the cars and all of our appliances and stuff would go a long way towards getting us a little more jingly in our pocket.
Well, we appreciate that. Thank you. We have a motion to table. Is there a second?
Yep.
Okay, any discussion?
How many times do we just table it until you get an answer from the attorney?
you could approve at any time if you don't have an answer from the attorney, but I think we really need to make
Yeah.
sure that we're
Well, we
not
should.
opening ourselves up to liability.
Yeah.
So, table till the next meeting. Right. Hopeful. Okay, any other discussion? All in favor, say aye. Opposed? Motion carries. Next item, thank you very much, Marty, for coming out.
Thanks, Marty.
Yeah, have a good night.
Probably good night. Committees, Comprehensive Plan Steering Committee. We've got a report from Michael, and I think they are looking for a joint meeting with PTC to bring us up to date on where things stand. Is that?
That's correct. Steering committee would like to request, I guess, a workshop would be probably a better term for it. Just an ability to give an update to both the PPC and the town board. Last time the committee gave really a formal update to this board was before the survey was taken, was just giving you an outline of what their initial work was. Obviously with the report I gave today, a report that will be in the Gazette, and then they would like to give you more detail, have the opportunity for questions and answers on the survey and forum findings, the priorities that have come out of those community outreach efforts. Make sure that what the committee is doing as far as a framework for the actual writing of the plan is in line with what you are hoping, that you have the opportunity to see if there are things that you think are not there that maybe you think should be there, or to have a conversation about what does this mean if we put this in the plan. So just that kind of opportunity to make sure we're all on the same page before we get to the point of actually writing a draft for a plan, going to a public hearing phase, that kind of thing.
Do they have dates in mind?
They would like early December if possible. So the TPC suggested that perhaps December 7th, which is the day of their December meeting, but other members thought that would be too long a day. The other thing that the steering committee talked about is if we were to have it on a different day than a Wednesday, we could perhaps use the ESB, which we've done in some other workshops, which enable people to attend remotely, give more presentation possibilities, that kind of thing. So ultimately, it's really what works into your schedule, because you still have, there's a town meeting early in December, there's budget stuff that needs to be approved, so it's really a case of what works best for you. The town plan commission members are all in town, and so are able to pretty much work around your schedule, and if we had it at the ESB, then from the steering committee, more folks could attend remotely. Otherwise, at any given time, we should have 2 or 3 folks on the island who could attend in person.
For December 7th, and also that.
Okay, which will work for you. Okay, what is the pleasure of the board? In terms of, I mean, dates. It sounded like the 7th was proposed and then shot down.
It was proposed and tabled.
And I'm guessing sooner
I mean,
rather than later.
So, Charlie, I mean, December 8th would be the normal meeting of the steering committee.
Our meeting,
Yeah, and that's a Thursday, so the ESB training room is generally available on Thursdays. But again, that's kind of in the midst of you wrapping up your budget stuff, so.
But we'll have done that by the 5th, right? That's the time. we-
Well, the levy will have been taken care of, but the budget itself may not have been taken care of. So I just want to put that out there so that you're not backing yourselves up against.
Yeah, okay. I mean, typically we do the levy meeting and then the budget at the same night.
If there aren't any,
Issues.
yeah.
Um,
Sometime the eighth.
okay,
Is that a Thursday?
Thursday.
No, it's not.
December
8 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, December 8th, Thursday, December 8th. Would that work, Charlie, for the committee to, let's say, have this update in lieu of their normal meeting?
I think it's a possibility, and I know we were talking tonight about, well, obviously, we don't have a meeting in 2 weeks because it's Thanksgiving, so it would be our normal meeting, I believe, for that month, our first of 2 meetings, so.
How about if we did it the 15th, the following Thursday?
That'd be fine as well, I guess, just speaking for myself. If that works best for you, and then, because when is the town planning commission's meeting? That's typically the first Wednesday. Seven. So,
This calendar has,
It's the 15th,
the
Thursday.
plan steering committee meetings on the
Yeah.
8th, 15th, and the 29th on the
For the comprehensive plan. So not on the,
Well, that would be perfect then,
to do the 15th.
yeah,
to do the 15th.
do
Because
that.
the committee members at least have that date already.
okay.
Their
Okay, I thought we were
meetings are-
trying to do it when you weren't having a meeting.
Well, they'll have a meeting a week before, so.
So
And
you're
their
having
meetings are at
weekly
4.
meetings? You're meeting every week?
Well, they're meeting 3 times in December because of the lack of a
Got it.
Thanksgiving meeting.
So you're okay if we use the second meeting probably instead of 3?
I think we
so.
can make an executive decision. We can make an executive.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it'd just be fine.
And at the ESB building, if possible, at 5:30, 5?
Their normal meetings are at 4.
Usually meet pretty early, but
They close at
on your, your preference.
Five.
town planning commission. I know the town planning commission is at my house every day.
Yeah.
And,
They're usually meeting early, I do it at 5. that's what the difference is.
Oh, good.
okay, so how about 4 o'clock on Thursday the 15th at the ESB?
All right, we'll give it a shot.
We'll give it a
I'll
shot.
talk with the TPC members, see if that works for them.
And as far as you can tell, Taylor works.
Yeah, well, you'll have to approve it at your next town board meeting,
Sure.
as will the
Sure.
emergency services departments.
Yes. Protocol. Okay, so is there anything more that we need to discuss on the comprehensive plan steering committee for tonight?
I would just say if there are any questions or anything you had from that report I put in your packet, we'd be happy to answer them, but
Thank you, the report was very comprehensive. And I'm sure the library was pleased to know that they are the highest level of satisfaction, they get the J.D. Power Award. Okay. Next item, Town Hall Administration engagement letter with Baker Tilly for the audit year ending 12/31/2022. Pretty standard, very standard actually. Are there any questions on that? If not, is there a motion to,
I'll make a motion to approve the agreement with Baker Tilly for the audit, the year ending 12/31/22.
I'll second.
and second, any discussion, Mike?
I would just like to point out that the letter as written does not include anything for the Harbor Commission, so that would have to be amended at a future date.
Got it. And that would, I mean, yeah, got it. Meaning that their financials might possibly be part of our financials, and they don't necessarily, they wouldn't, because they're really, in effect, a branch of the town government. They wouldn't necessarily have to have their own audit.
Correct.
Okay. All right, we have a motion and a second, any other discussion? Okay, all in favor say aye. Opposed, motion carries. 5B, regular town board meeting start time during winter. We informally talked, I think it's the last meeting, about 5 o'clock start time during at least, the next 7 months. We need to have an ending date.
We did it last year too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so,
I'll just
when,
say,
March 30th,
I think this was the last
yeah, so through March.
I have that to read it.
Okay.
We can see again.
Yes, exactly, that's a good idea. Okay, is there a motion?
I'll make a motion to start our regular town board meetings at 5 o'clock until end of March.
Second.
Moved and seconded, any discussion? Okay, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Item 5C, 2023 budget considerations, and I think this was just a placeholder in case anyone had any further comments or questions on the budget. Okay. Oh,
I would just say, so that you are all aware, as Barb and I have run the numbers, given the latest guidance you've given us, and we've, found some adjustments that need to be made that weren't in, mostly with health insurance, for example. So the gap is about $47,000 at this point. It was about 30,000 at the last budget discussion, so we think we have found all the holes that we.
okay, can we get a, because I know we're not going to be doing the levy and anything else on that tonight. Can we get a new printout at some point?
Sure, I mean, how much, I guess, just let us know how much information you want. Do you want just that first section of 12 pages or whatever it is? Or do you want?
I don't need the whole thing.
Yeah, I think just the first page, the first 12, which
Okay.
goes into.
Just all the department line items.
Yeah, but, and also the kind of,
corrections.
the next to last page.
the last page,
That
yes.
has-
Yeah.
Yeah, the bottom line. No,
Okay.
yeah, so if we could get that, we're gonna probably then have to do the levy sometime next week while you and I are gone. But if we can get this by, what do you think, Monday? Barb can have this to us by Monday. We can do something Wednesday or Thursday. Does that still give you time to? But, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't need paper then, it can just be emailed.
Sure.
Same with me.
Okay.
Okay, so we're gonna get that on Monday, we'll have a meeting on, did we say that Thursday, Wednesday or
What's
Thursday?
that date?
The Wednesday's the 16th.
I might be driving to Grandma's house.
Over the river.
Yes?
And I might be on a train.
So,
Wow, this is exciting.
Yeah.
Tuesday the 15th in the evening is, there's a Board of Appeals hearing here at 5 o'clock.
No, Thursday's better for me. I
So
just,
Thursday the 17th.
yeah, Wednesday I'll be driving. That's what I did.
So, yeah, where are we now?
Thursday.
Thursday, that sounds.
Well, how can Thursday be the 17th?
Thursday.
Thursday is the 15th.
No, Tuesday's the 15th, Wednesday's the 16th, Thursday's the 17th. Sorry if I missed.
And we're thinking, okay,
Thursday the 17th at
as early as
4 o'clock,
possible.
or even during the day, I mean.
Would 4 o'clock work?
Sure.
I'll be in East Coast time, so it'll be 5 for me, but, okay, so 4 o'clock on the 17th is what we'll target for approving the levy and exceeding the levy and, well, the 3 resolutions there. Okay. Anything else on budget considerations?
If there is still that 47,000 gap right now, would you like to see that as borrowing? Just
Temporarily, I'd say temporarily put it in as borrowing, but let's, because, let's have, first of all, the levy's not gonna change from what we've already talked about. It's only if, at this point, it's either gonna be borrowing or we're gonna be cutting something. Or increasing revenue somewhere, but, but let's, for a placeholder to get the thing balanced, for now, I would say, if there's no big disagreement with doing that, it's, again, we can change this. And I would say, we're not voting on the budget, right, when we vote on the levy, so we've got time at least until the town meeting to move items on the budget.
Well, we'll be posting your proposed budget though, after that meeting, so you'll wanna have it fairly square, but it can be.
It can be amended at the meeting.
And maybe Michael or whoever can kind of earmark that 47 as borrowed for specific things, but I know the auditors don't like just random, like 47,000, they want to for what? So like on the fire, yeah, or the truck or whatever.
Yeah, I would just increase the fire truck
Or a different piece of equipment or something
for
like
the loan.
Yeah, but then it's one.
Yeah. Oh, you want 2 separate, we could have 2 separate ones for the fire truck. Whatever, I think,
2 separate loan.
that. Or for,
well, just to break it out as 2 separate line items, is that what you were saying? No?
I was saying it's easier if it's one.
Okay, so let's keep it as 1.
That's
We'll just increase this. Okay, all right, I misunderstood. Okay, so there's no action required under item 5C.
I don't think so.
Okay. Items 5D, E, and F, do we have a motion to table those?
I'll make a motion to table 5D, E, and F.
I'll second.
Okay, and should we have that be till the December 17th, or November 17th?
Yeah, you'll have those on that next meeting.
Table it till
Until-
the November 17th meeting.
I'll second it.
Moved and seconded, any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Next item, Old Town Hall meeting room upgrades, and I had asked this to be on the agenda too. There seems to be a lot of support for getting this room, both the heat system fixed, but more importantly, but those putting in the capabilities for us to be able to do Zoom here. So, this really just is to give the town administration direction that they can go ahead and expend up to the amount that is in the budget for next year, this year, if necessary. But they can go ahead and begin the process of purchasing and arranging for that to be installed. So is there a motion to that effect?
I make a motion that we can go ahead with purchasing the Zoom and the heat this year, and with the understanding that it won't go over what we've budgeted next year.
1 second.
Moved and seconded, any discussion?
What did we budget?
It's 9,000 something,
These other things.
and I don't know if that included,
I think combined it's about 17,000 for the 2
Yeah.
purchases.
so the 9 was for the audio visual part, and the 8 was to take care of our friend over here,
Yeah.
which,
Well, I'll take care of it, replace it with a mini split system
Yeah.
that will provide both heat and air conditioning.
Yeah,
That's
that
great.
would be nice.
and, the 2 do go together, because you wouldn't be able to hear the meeting, no matter how nice of a system we had, if you've got that heater going, so.
Who did that? I mean, how did we?
I think you got it.
On the system, because there are a couple of different options, and we just want to make sure that we're getting the one that works the best and is most cost effective. And that kind of thing available. And then we would have to hook up a laptop to provide access and display capabilities, but it's the same concept, it's just exactly what equipment we use for this space would be different.
Thank you. Well, you heard the parameter of the budget for next year, so if it's gonna go over, obviously that has to come before us.
Well, you would see the contracts anyway.
Sure. Is there any other discussion? So we have a motion and a second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Item 6, vouchers.
And I will make a motion to approve the vouchers in the amount of $39,974.24.
Okay, is there a second?
I'll second.
Been moved and seconded. Any discussion? All in favor, say aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. Next item, minutes, 7. Do we have one or multiple motions on that? We have 5 sets of minutes.
I will make a motion to approve the special town board minutes for October 24th, 22, and regular town board meeting minutes for October 25th, 22, special town board meeting for November 1st, 22, and special town board meeting for November 3rd, 2022, and special town board meeting for November 7th, 2022.
I'll second.
Moved and seconded. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Item 8, emergency services. Under police department, we have one item of hiring a part-time officer. And I believe everyone has the parameters of that are at least in Michael's report. So if we could get a motion to approve.
I'd like to make a motion that we approve the hire of Kelly Schultz for a 1-year probationary period with a starting pay rate of $23.24 an hour. And a maximum of 1872 hours a year.
I'll second.
It's been moved and seconded. Any discussion?
Oh, well, I'd say pending on his physical drug completion.
Depending on
Because
his
he doesn't
physical
pass
drug
that.
screen and background check.
And it's December 1st.
Any other discussion?
Does it fit in okay with our budget for next year?
It's integral part of our budget for next year.
So,
It will cut down significantly over time.
Okay.
yeah, and John, I did ask Michael, and he prepared an analysis of, because this person will be eligible for benefits, but the cost of the benefits is less than the cost of the overtime. So, it's okay. All right, any other discussion? Moved and seconded, all in favor? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Next item, Ashland County Law Enforcement Agreement. I don't think there's anything going in the report, is there?
No, I mean, there's not, we've heard nothing further from the Department of Revenue. We had asked some technical questions about how the transfer of the levy works. We've not heard back from them. The county has officially put out its budget, line item budget, and they have indeed zeroed us out for 2023. So those are the only updated reports I would have.
And proposed budget. Their proposed budget.
Yes.
Yeah. And we do know that the Department of Revenue has received information from the county that they're reviewing as well. So hopefully we will get some sort of guidance from them here pretty soon. Okay, so there is no other action needed on item 2 unless there's a need to go into closed session or anything. Okay. Next, updates on construction and warranty work at the ESB. And John, I know you had asked for a breakdown of recap of the, I assume you got this right, of the, I'm sorry, I said ESB, rec center.
Well, we are.
It is ESB.
Renters,
Just-
yes.
Oh, sorry.
And I got that.
Okay, it's late.
I guess my question for Michael is, does Rental send us a check yet?
They have not, but we didn't get mail today either, so. So Barb sent out a bill, I believe it was last week. As of next week, both they and the subcontractor are 90 days past due if they do not pay. What I have been doing routinely, if someone is 90 days past due, is we send them to small claims court. So that's my intent.
And so you weren't involved at all with the transferring of the air compressor, which technically is still ours until they paid us off for the work that we did, taking it out. That's how I feel anyways. The air compressor shouldn't have left anywhere till we got a check from Window, because it's our property.
Understood.
Okay,
You know, that's why I said, don't let the air compressor leave, that's a collateral.
all right. Any other comments or questions on the ESB? Okay, item 9, public comment B. Any other public comment? Item 10, liquor and operators licenses. We have 3 for operator and bartender's licenses.
I'll make a motion to approve the operator bartender licenses for Alex Noah, Christopher Rosen, and Aaron Madej.
I'll second.
Moved and seconded, any discussion? All in favor say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Item 11, lawsuits and legal. Anything to report?
Nothing new.
Have we, I know we had talked and I think we had approved the retention of this other firm to supplement. Am I
They did
correct?
send, yeah, last meeting, or last regular board meeting.
Are we
I haven't,
communicating with them yet, or we?
just to follow up on, they've been retained, I've not sent them any information.
They don't have any cases yet? from
No,
us?
I mean, they will be brought up to speed on the Ashland County stuff, both what's going on currently and what we talked about in the future.
Great, okay, thank you. Meaning,
Then you didn't name the firm.
There was that
Well,
money name that I
It's
still.
Bryce Chamber,
The one in Phillips?
yes.
Okay. It's
that one.
high school.
Really?
He passed away.
Okay. All right, next item, new agenda items for future meetings. I know you had asked a question about the bylaws for the Harbor Commission.
Yeah, I haven't looked up if you guys have to approve them yet or not, I was supposed to do that.
Okay, thank you.
And if we do, can they be on the next regular meeting then?
And then I'm also gonna look up to see if, the Harbor Commission will be, hiring a secretary. I don't know if you all need to actually be involved in that. I didn't think so, but.
I called Carolyn. I do that.
Oh, great.
Yeah, I got an answer.
Great. Okay, this is not, all right. Any other agenda items for future meetings?
I just have the refrigerator contract and then the use of the ESD for the workshop.
Anything else? Item 13.
I make a motion, we adjourn.
Second.
Moved and seconded, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye, opposed, motion carries. Thank you all.
Thank you.
Wow, that was
I'm not sure.
Because
Yeah, I called her.